Hi guys. Okay, we're gonna do yet another video of Leticia. It's a more recent one, a few days ago, I guess. But she says some things in here that I want to address, of course. If I had the time, I'd go through all of her videos and let the people see who don't catch her lies see it because she's a fool. And I'm not in the mood to listen to her. Ugh, I'm just over it. So I can't wait to when she pops out this baby and she's gone. I wonder what it'll be next. What kind of shit will she start next? Okay, so let's listen to her. Do we have to?
How life is nowadays, how the government treats people, how fathers treat mothers, how um, how damned the world is around us. So
Hold on, let me go.
so that they can understand how 64 gigabytes that I have on my phone is entirely used up.
Well, you do stream a lot on your phone, and phones don't hold as much as computers do. So, what you think is some kind of conspiracy that you can't upload on your phone?
Um, and we all know that's a lie. I wish you would understand that I need to get my point across. I need to get my life story across to people so that
You've done that over and over and over and over and over again. What good does it do, Leticia, to say the same shit every day? All that does for you is to allow you to stay in that victim mentality. So you can excuse why you're lazy and you do nothing with your life. But you're so intelligent that you refuse to even get therapy. I mean, you're not even talking to a therapist and trying to heal because you love complaining.
they can understand how life is nowadays, how the government treats people, how fathers treat mothers, how um, how damned the world is around us. So last night I was sleeping in my car and did manage to I want to say procure to
Let me think of a
secure a
word.
location to where I haven't been harassed yet, going in and out to just use the facilities, use the restroom. What's the big deal? They get paid for it. They get paid by my insurance in order.
Um, your state insurance. Yeah, they do that for homeless people. It's not a right to have that. I mean, that could be taken away from you. That doesn't mean you can go in there and live in there and video record and shower multiple times a day if you want and cause problems with the other customers. Like you get thrown out of these places because you go around video recording people working out and fighting with them, and then you accuse people of going through your bag. You know, this is how she lies. So she said a woman had moved her purse because she wanted to wash her hands. So she moved Leticia's purse in the bathroom, and she was pissed because she touched her belongings. Well, in order to make it sound more dramatic than it really was and make her become a victim of something, she tells the front desk that the lady was rummaging through her purse. Do you see what I mean about that's why I'm not sold on the fact that she's all these stories she's told about her life story are true. I think she fabricates a lot of it.
For me to step foot in their facility. Um, you'd think it would be a win-win. You would think that I would manage to just survive and these people would shut their fucking mouths.
No, how about you go in there and be respectful of something that you are being allowed? to use. You know, some homeless people use it to shower up that don't have showers if they want to go on a job interview, because some people are trying to better themselves, unlike you. So just because your insurance, us taxpayers, pay for you to be able to have that privilege to do that, doesn't mean you can abuse it. You are just so disgusting.
But of course, they didn't want to get paid down in Hot Springs, and that's why they kept kicking me out of every facility.
That tells you something. They would rather not get paid than have you in there.
And even that dumbass on the phone was saying something about,
I hate her. That's her video doing
Hot
that.
Springs didn't want you. I don't want Hot Springs. I don't want any of those trash ass towns. Why would I want to be associated with people that don't know how to do their jobs right?
If you can do it so much better, why don't you go work where they work? Instead of bitching and complaining, why don't you go try to make it better, Leticia? Oh, that's right. Because you say you shouldn't have to work. Someone give me a pair of scissors. I just want to cut that fucking thing off of her face. I can't stand her face. And when she looks like this, it's so much easier to just hate her, because I just want to, ugh, her face, man.
With ignorant fools that don't know how to regulate themselves, let alone to professionalize themselves and what they're doing in their careers, like the officers and the judiciaries, all of it. Why would I want to be associated with trash? The same concept with my family. Why would I want to be forced back into that? If not to try to help them, but yet
Help. Leticia to the rescue. That's it. They've lost their chance for Leticia to help, because that's what Leticia does. She acts like she's, you know how they have like the horse whisperer, the dog. She acts like she's a people whisperer. That she just that she just goes around and decides, this person I can help, that person I can't help. They're not listening to me. Girl, do you think anyone wants to take advice from you? I mean, look at you. Seriously, look at you. I mean, if that's what you want your future to be, what this loser does, then by all means, take her advice. She's a nasty fool. Bitch. I can't stand her. She's so disgusting. Oh my god. She makes me want to punch her in the face.
nobody's understanding from my perspective.
I would
They're
never
all
do that, of
ignorant
course.
and they all just want to stay in that pathetic state of mind where they haven't done anything wrong.
They want to stay in that pathetic frame of mind where they haven't done anything wrong. Leticia, what have you done wrong? All of these terrible things happening to you. What part do you play in that? What are you accountable for? And you want to call these people trash ass losers and this and that? Well, at least they're keeping a roof over their head. At least they're not uh, too lazy to take care of their responsibilities. At least they have responsibilities. I mean, it must suck to be you. Like, you have no responsibilities in life. You sit in your car, go online, and bitch. That's your life. Welcome to Leticia's life. I mean, this is it. This is her life. Turn on that camera. Let me sad fish so I can get some donos, and then uh, let me accuse people of doing things to me so I can be a victim. And let me just threaten I'm going to off myself because I need attention. Ew, gross.
And that's why men, a majority of the time, are fearful of me. They call me intimidating because
If you look like that, they're fearful of you because you look like that.
I know what they're after. I know what they've done. I know that the more that we progressively communicate, that I could capture any of that evidence on film or evidence on some type of media.
Where's the evidence of all of these people violating you? I mean, you record everything else. Surely you would have recorded JW violating you. Where's that?
And they would be fucked because of the way that they interact with me, because of the way that they um, devalue me, degrade me. And they, we had set up a relationship based upon respect, or so what I had thought, so I had thought with all of these people. If you go to the correspondence between people, everyone and I, the men and
Everyone
I,
and I.
all of that,
You're pretty smart. You're so smart. Everyone and I. You're a fool, girl.
especially during dating, where they had presumed that I was going to be dumb. They presumed that, yeah, I'm looking for shelter. Oh my God, like, can you just give me a safe place to sleep? So, and I mean like safe. No, I didn't mean like safe. I meant like safe. I meant like, do you not know me? No, apparently you don't. You don't realize that I went to
Apparently they don't. These are all strangers that you're taking advantage of. I mean, of course they don't know you. So when you say safe, they figure you mean safe, like a safe place. I don't want to sleep in my car. But the funny thing is, when you go on a dating app and you go tell a stranger, yeah, I'll meet you in the hotel, what in the hell do you think they're going to think? Leticia, it's their job to, give you gas money and a roof over your head and a bed to sleep in. A total stranger and not expect anything? Girl, you're not all that. No, I don't know. I'll save that for later. Hold on. Just let her finish. Okay.
better schools than you majority of the time,
You would
and
never
that I
know
was
it.
highly educated. For
Uh huh.
some weird reason, I have issues toward men because of their aggression and their sexual prowess and all of these things where they've manipulated and violated me due to their sexual urges. Oh, I wonder why I have a chip on my shoulder. I wonder why I tell people
On my shoulder. Well, why don't you stop meeting up with them then? If you're so horrified and terrified and violated and you're such a victim and these men keep doing this to me, then why do you go to strange men's places? Because you're a liar. That's why. You use them. You used JW. So you're no better, bitch. You're just as bad. You make them think, because you're on a dating app, you make them think something's possibly going to happen. You sleep in their bed. I mean, you go to their homes or to hotels with them. Come on, Leticia. You're not very bright. You really talk like you're pretty smart, but you're not. You're not very bright whatsoever. And it just must be so sad to be you. So sad.
I would give you a kiss, but your mouth is disgusting. Every flaw about you is irritating to me.
Again, obviously not, or you wouldn't go meet up with them. Why don't you contact women? If you really want a safe place to stay and you want friends and you just want it to be someone helping you out, why don't you connect with some women? Why are they all men? You have a cover for being a prostitute. That's what you are, Leticia. You are a prostitute. Nobody pays you $80 an hour to lay there and cuddle with you. Come on. Again, you're not all that. Sure. Yeah, 80 bucks an hour to lay next to you. And then you expect, and then you get naked for them, right? One guy paid you a few $100s. The guy on your way to CJW gave you a few hundred to get naked, you said. So again, have you watched what is that? Norman Bates and his mom. What is that show? Uh, ugh. Well, they had it on TV. They had a series on TV. Do you remember that? It reminds me of, the mother was a wackadoodle, and Norman was laying there in his underwear, and she was having him massage her or whatever he was doing, and he got aroused. Right? This is her son. He got aroused, and she started calling him all kinds of foul, nasty names, and she punished him. But she did exactly what her intentions were, to arouse him. So then she could degrade him. That's her. You can't sit there and cuddle and lay next to a man, a complete stranger, and not expect him to be aroused. You know it's going to happen. So if you know it's going to happen, why do you continue to do it? Because you like to do it. You make what, $800 a month from the state? You don't have rent to pay. You don't have bills. You have to eat. That's it. And gas. But you need more. You need more. So you go and do these cuddle sessions and make your side cash. But I can imagine and hope to God this baby is taken from her, because I could see her doing exactly what Norman's mother did to him, to her child. Test him and then tell him, "You're just like your father. You're disgusting." You know, of course, what you want to be with your mom. I mean, I could see her do that. She's a wacko, just like Norman's mother was.
So that's why people, they're like, well, then go somewhere else. Arkansas don't want you. I don't want Arkansas if you don't have your fucking teeth. If you can't understand the cigarette smoke and all of that tar and the nicotine is getting.
Well, you smoke weed and you smoke cigarettes sometimes. You smoke Swisser Sweets. And by the way, maybe those people don't have dental insurance. Maybe they don't have state insurance. The things that you make fun of other people for like that, just to be a bitch. Um, I hope that karma comes back on you, and I hope you lose all your motherfucking teeth. I do. And hopefully it'll be from somebody knocking them out. You know, just saying. That I dreamt that. It was in a dream. It was in a dream that happened.
into your brain also, and all this fast food and all that. Oh, we got to go get some deer meat. Buy what? The contaminated deer? Buy all those steers that you got, the mad cows you got. Oh, real men eat meat.
You guys, if you don't think she has multiple personalities, I don't know. I mean, I know she does this voice intentionally, but I've seen a few different personalities from her. She can switch like that. I hate when she uses this voice. It's so disgusting. I have like dry skin on my nose. I'm not picking it up. I just can feel it, the dry skin. It's been so hot out. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna pick my nose, Leticia. Like you pick your butt. Um, but when she does that voice, I cannot stand it. She's just like talking down, and trying to pretend she has a accent like them, making fun of the way people talk. because she's a bitch. We're making fun of her because she thinks she's way up here. She needs to be knocked down a few pegs.
Yeah, and end up with coronary fucking heart attacks and all this diabetes and everything because you didn't do the research, didn't realize that type 2 diabetes stems from eating animal products and meat products. Good for you. So, I'm sick and tired of this. I know that I'm very irritated this morning. That's why the camera didn't want to video.
Oh
It
my
knew.
gosh, of
It was like,
course.
oh God, Leticia, you're going to sit there and berate everyone. You're going to put everyone down and be condescending. Well, why shouldn't I be? Why
See?
shouldn't I? I'm
See?
sorry. I'm over here sleeping in my car. I only
So that's everybody else's fault? That's it. So you're in a bad mood, so you take it out on everybody else because you created this life for yourself. And you're going to put everybody else down because you hate yourself. You're ugly, you're mean, you're hateful, you're lazy, you're vile, you're pretty much an idiot. I mean, what else can we say about Leticia? You nasty skank.
have so much money. I only have so much, um,
Get a
so
job.
much mental
Get a job.
fortitude to continue on like this. I only have so much time because I'm literally about to give birth to a man's baby that I don't know. Like, I don't know the man. We met one time for one evening. I told him he was gross, you know, and
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That's why you're like, that's why you're like saying what you're saying right now. You know, you know, you know. No, you're gross. You didn't tell me he's gross. Why do you have to lie like that? Um, what stopped you? You said he didn't get it for you. Why didn't you get it? You had plenty of money. You know why you didn't? Because you wanted to trap him. That's why.
engaged in sexual intimacy, like I had stated on my profile. Clear proof, clear proof that I am exactly who I say I am. I don't lie. I don't manipulate the situations, and that's why people are fearful. That's why they make up a bunch of nonsense to try to combat what I state, because it's all proven. All the C
That's funny because people don't do anything to what you say. We play exactly what you say. That's all proof that you lie. It's that simple. We listen to one of your videos one day, listen to another one another day, another one another day, and they all three say three fucking different things. So, hmm, you just, you get in trouble. I mean, slip, you slip up. And that's because you talk too much. You just, you don't shut up. So that's the problem. Um, when you talk too much, then you end up slipping up. That's the way it goes. So, you guys, I don't know how much longer I can do this. Um,
CCTV cameras that have caught me and monitored me, as I'm sitting there texting people, all the timestamps on all the interactions that I've had, all the timestamps on videos, all the timestamps on photos, all the timestamps on, my map, not MapQuest, but you know what I'm saying, the maps that I've used in order to get places, all the timestamps on the receipts that were purchased. You don't need those paper receipts either. There are ways of finding out this information. It's just they don't want to place the effort because there was no murder in this instance.
Oh, you should know about not placing any effort, girl. You wrote the book on that. You don't place any effort in your life for anything because you're entitled to have it all handed to you because you're so gorgeous and you're so hyper intelligent and you're so sexy. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Why can't I look like Leticia? Why can't I be as smart as Leticia? Leticia, Leticia, Leticia.
There's only a creation of life, which is still a violation, still completely a violation of my body. So that's what people don't understand.
Um, I want to get mine. Come on, let's do it. Bow chicka bow wow. Where do you want me to go? Oh, inside me. That's violating your body. Ew. Can you imagine? I just, I just puked a little bit in my mouth. Can you imagine her? Oh, can you imagine the smell of that car? Yikes. Dirty diapers laying around. Her, she said, what's really gross is she says she masturbates in her car. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine the food, the smell of her stench, her cooch, her butt, her pits, her teeth, her mouth? Girl, ugh.
You have literally human trafficked me. I
Oh,
literally
okay.
wanted nothing to do with this child, wanted a plan B as a sensible, independent woman, and I didn't get that from the
No, bitch. An independent woman would have gotten up off her fat ass, drove down to the fucking nearest drugstore, and picked up a Plan B and popped that bitch in your mouth, and you would have been done with it. But no, you're not a strong, independent woman. You're a weak ass bitch. So, this is what you get because you wanted to trap a man because you're lazy and you don't want to have to provide for yourself. You want to suck off the system and you want to suck off men. No pun intended.
father, and yet he's out gallivanting, doing
Yep,
whatever he wants to, having whatever relationships and relations with women that he
that's his right. He wasn't your boyfriend. You weren't his girlfriend. I know that's what you were trying to make happen, but he didn't want any part of it. He said in a message to you, I'm not equipped to handle you. Mm-mm. Fuck no, girl. Mm-mm. You let your you let your true side be seen a little too soon. You should have held out a little bit longer, and tried to, you know, not let the civil side come out. Yikes. Oy.
wants because he's free. He doesn't have an extra 30 pounds to have to hide. And I can't just go do that. No woman could. They get these sleazy men that want to fuck them while they're pregnant, and then all of a sudden, drop them, drop it like.
Fuck them while they're pregnant. Hold on. I mean, if I was a conspiracy theorist, I would say, whatever. But no, I think she just misspoke. But what do you mean? Fuck them while they're pregnant. Were you already pregnant, Leticia, when you let JW ejaculate inside you? Were you already pregnant? Hmm, that's interesting.
Like it's hot when the
Drop it like it's
baby's
hot.
there irritating them because it's not their child. It's not their problem the child came into the world. It was the fact that the woman spread her legs, right?
Yes,
No.
yes, yeah. In this case, yes, 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 girl. It was your fault because you could have got a plan B, or you could have got an abortion, like you said. Even though Catholics don't believe in abortion, you do. So that's confusing to me. True Catholics don't. But you did. You spread those puppies wide and said, "Come on, baby. Come on, big boy. Let's." Girl. Mm-mm. Why you always lying? Always fucking lying. Why do you lie so much? Your lies get found out. Maybe that's why your nose is so big. I'm just saying what you said because you lie all the time. See, what she doesn't, people didn't hear her Sims that hang on her every effing word. They haven't heard her say they did it twice, right? The second time she approached him for it, right? She asked him to have sex. And when he was ready to go, you know, when he reached the point, the top, he said, "Where do you want me to go?" And she said, "Inside me, JW, inside me, because I'm ovulating and I want to get pregnant. I mean, no, just inside me. It feels so much better that way. You don't take birth control. You don't use condoms. You didn't take the plan B. You didn't get an abortion. And you ended up pregnant. You asked him to do that inside you while you were ovulating. If nobody else thinks she planned this shit, you need to go back. Go back to the beginning. I mean, there's you people out there who say, "Why do you guys make videos on her?" Because we have to expose her lies and we want to know what's going on with this baby. Once this baby's born, I'm out. I'm done. I mean, I'm bored to shit with her. It's the same thing day in and day out. She says the same shit. But the sad thing is, here's the sad thing. I know I'm talking a lot. Here's the thing. She is in the position here with her channel. She's got over 5,000 subscribers, right? She has people that were rooting for her. She has people that were offering to help her. She had people that have helped her, and she just slaps them in the face. But here's the thing, she could be such an inspiration to people. She really could. Now I'm just going to give an example of how I would handle this. And someone may say, "Well, how do you know you're not in that situation?" Because I know me. So here it goes. If I was her, I was homeless, I had a car, slept in my car. Um, I made a YouTube channel for my child, which I would never have done. So if that was the real reason she did this, then you wouldn't have a channel because I wouldn't do that. But if it was just because I wanted to talk because I had no friends or whatever, or family, um, I went and met this guy. First things first, I would have went and got the plan B myself if he didn't. Well, for one, I wouldn't have met up with strange men and stayed. Okay, but I'm just saying, if I was her, I would have went and got the plan B. It would have been done. But that didn't happen. So if I was her at this point, I would finish the pregnancy. I would stop the putting people down all the time. I would show myself taking steps every day to heal and to get better, to find a job, to go to school, to take some courses on something. And I may talk about traumas, but not use them as excuses for why I'm a lazy piece of shit. I would talk about them to try to encourage coming from that place how to move forward and what that looks like. But not this one, because she doesn't even know how. She's so hyper intelligent, though, and she's so independent. I mean, I hope after this baby's born, she loses a lot of people because this is a shit channel.
Not every time. Not every fucking time. Now, I'm pretty fucking sure that regardless of how tender he was, how gentle he was during the night, and
Listen,
that's why I wasn't fully
listen,
awake, I just,
listen.
it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt him at first. But the further he went in, that's, obviously that's why I woke up, because it's
Well,
just how it is. Some women, I'm a very sound sleeper.
hold the mother effing phone. Go back. Let's roll it back. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's go back.
Sound sleeper.
Let's
In the
go
middle of
back.
the
Listen to this.
Now, I'm pretty fucking sure that regardless of how tender he was, how gentle he was during the night, and that's why I wasn't fully awake, I just, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt him at first. But the further he went in, that's, obviously that's why I woke up.
Oh, hold on. But this is us twisting it, okay? Guys, just know that. We're twisting her words, okay? So she remembers it didn't hurt when he first went in. But then the further in he went, it started to hurt. And that's why she woke up. But didn't she say that made no sense? Because she knew when he went in. The point is, she's said before in so many videos, he violated me. Um, I was sound asleep, and the last thing I remember is I woke up by him asking me if I would like a rag. So I was asleep when this took place. That's what she said. And she knows she just fucked up here. So, you know, I hope JW has gone through and gotten all the, timestamps, all the proof, the timestamps, um, that show all of her inconsistencies. This right here shows she was awake and she knew what was happening. And then, and when she says, well, he asked me, he said, you're making me feel bad. Well, maybe because you did cry. I don't know about you ladies who are watching this, but how many women have cried after intimacy? I have. He was a stranger. You probably really liked being with him, and you were probably fearful that he wasn't going to want to. I think this is my thinking. I think she started developing feelings from him already when they were doing it. That was like love to her. So when she's saying, well, the further he went in, it hurt. hmm So you didn't wake up when he asked you if you wanted a rag. You lying rag.
Because it's just how it is. Some women, I'm a very sound sleeper. In the middle of the night, I've had all kinds of shit happen to me. Waking up to my
How do
brother,
you know?
you know.
How do you know? I think she conjures a lot of this shit up in her head. I do. I think she fantasizes about it. I think she convinces herself things happen that haven't happened. Maybe her brother did something. Who knows? I mean, I've been through so much trauma. I don't even think back about my brother's friend using the spoon on me, or my friend's brother using the flashlight up. I mean, seriously, I don't even think of it. So many things have happened to me since then that I don't think about that. And she sits here and thinks about this stuff and talks about it on a daily basis. That's not normal for somebody who's been through trauma. That's the last thing you want to do is sit and yap about it all day. And she can talk about it like it's, like she's telling somebody else's story. It doesn't make sense at
Doing
all.
disgusting shit to me, waking up to my father hovering over my bed, waking up and having my shirt, sweaters, everything up over here, not even knowing. And then I realized, oh, that never happened after I left home.
How do you know that that it was because someone did? This is what I'm saying. She's telling everyone she was ard, she was molested, she was this, she was that. But it's things like that. She's assuming that that's what happened. Oh, but that didn't happen after you left home, but you were with your husband. I thought he did stuff to you in the middle of the night too.
That
And
that never happened anymore after I had left my daddy's care, and that's why I drew that picture, daddy's girl. So I feel like people don't understand where I'm coming from, why I'm traumatized, why I can't function in the world around me, and I'm trying to just tell you, he did it, he did it, he did it, he did it, he did it. They won't stop touching me.
they won't stop touching. But yet she goes and meets strange men in hotels. I I would be terrified to go meet some strange guy off a dating app in a hotel room or go over to his house alone. I would be terrified. I would want to meet them in public first, get to know them a little bit. It's just hard for me to believe that somebody so traumatized could do this because this all happened so many years ago, if it did happen, according to her. And she's been in therapy since she was 12, she says. Come on, you guys. Mm-mm. If she's been in therapy since she was 12, she would not be talking about it on a daily basis like she is. It's all bullshit.
I didn't come over here for that. I didn't say that was okay. I said no.
No, you didn't.
They did
No,
it.
you didn't. No, you didn't. You don't say no. You don't say no. And you never fucking leave either, do you? When you have your own car, you're not stranded there. You could get up and walk out. Oh, but you just want a safe space to sleep. But they're not safe, supposedly.
JW did it, regardless of if it's his or not. No one cares. No one cares if it's yours. Really. Honestly, truly. The fact of it is that it was forced upon me. It's technically my child. I technically have been raising it, rearing it, doing the best I fucking can, even with the fucking fragility of my mind at this
You're a shit mom. The best you can. That's the best you got. You're a shit mom.
time, because I have nowhere to put it. I have nowhere to
It,
store it.
it,
I have nowhere to hide it away, secret it from the world.
thank God. Can you imagine if she had a place where just her and this baby were alone? And she just said she can't function in the world. She can't function in life. She cannot cope. So she may be in a good mood one day, 1 minute, and then somebody does something to upset her. Maybe a bill collector, or she has to have a conversation on the phone with somebody, or she likes a guy and they're not interested in her, and who's gonna be punished? That baby. She cannot get custody of that baby. Mm-mm. She can't cope. She can't even take care of herself. She has no business taking care of another human or an animal.
You know, um, secrete. Yeah, I have no way of maintaining this child on my own
That's right.
because financially I made less than $1,000 a month. And then for 4 months last year, my allotment was stolen from me because my ex husband lied to the Social Security Administration and told them that I wasn't affording for my daughter.
According to Owl, original Owl, because I listened her on her. I've heard this video before, but I heard her say something, and I've heard it from her from this one, and in other videos that um, she was like claiming her daughter so she could get extra money a month, $100 or something, when she didn't have her daughter. She was claiming her, and so once they found out, they said no, sorry, and took out all that money that she had been getting. So they didn't steal it from her. They She had to pay it back. So they took it. That's what you get. You weren't taking care of that child. That child.
So they ripped away $4,316
Oh,
and no one is looking into it. Everyone just keeps stabbing me, keeps irritating me like a bunch of hornets.
so that wasn't her fault, you guys. Okay, that wasn't her fault. And again, she's a victim here. She's saying it. Something else somebody did to her, but they didn't do it to her. She did it to herself. Ay, ay, ay.
Constantly. Just like I got into a hornet's nest, like it's my girl, and I'm about to get fucking stung and fucking asphyxiate to death because I know damn well I'm probably allergic.
Of course.
Anything that pricks me that much, I've got to be allergic. So, anyway, or at least just try to avoid it, try to avoid the encounter entirely. And that's why when I was out dating and sleeping in people's beds, who the fuck cares? We didn't do anything. It should be wholesome like that. Instead of people presuming that I was a slut, excuse me, I've got medical records that prove that pussy is fucking tight.
Gross. I don't know. I picture her, not that I picture her, but when she brings it up, I picture it kind of looking like roast beef, like just the flabby old, you know, ew, ew. And how do you, well, I could say something, but I'm not going to. I think if you've gone 5 years without it, mm, then I think you could probably say that. But when you're sleeping with five dudes in 1 week, nah, I don't think so. In your dreams, girl. And there's no medical record that tells that. Did she start talking about blood work and stuff here? Oh, yeah. The blood work's going to show how tight your vagina is. Gross. Gross. Ew. You imagine, I can just imagine the steam, the stench. Ew.
That pussy has not been altered. Also, all the fucking testing, all the fucking blood work. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I'm
I've
pretty
lain next to
sure.
people that were fucking, that had herpes. And I didn't get herpes. Why is that?
See,
Because I made sure when I used.
she just talks, but she says nothing. She talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and says nothing. Like nothing. It's just a bunch of word salad. It's a bunch of scrambled egg shit. Like that sounds kind of good. Scrambled eggs. I think I might mix when I'm done. Ooh, scrambled eggs on toast. That sounds bomb right now. Ooh, with some crushed red pepper. Yum, and some cheese. Ooh, I just bought some feta cheese. That sounds really good. I haven't eaten today. I've been busy. We did our garage sale and shit, and then I got on a cleaning spree. And anyways, um, um, ew. That's all I can say is ew. Gross.
their toilet seat, that I placed stuff down on their toilet seat, as well as when I was, interacting or engaging with any of their belongings. I didn't want to contaminate myself. And I feel bad because I know that sounds terrible,
I
but
feel
at the same
bad.
time, I didn't put myself in that situation to where I was interested and wanted to hear their lies progressively. I mean, I stayed the evening with one individual, and by morning, he had told me, he's like, well, just so you know, what? And you still wanted to cuddle up next to me to the point where you were trying to coerce me into engaging in intercourse?
Okay, so they didn't force themselves on her this time, but she knew they were trying to, right? It's it's always something with this bitch, always. And who cares? You guys didn't do anything. He didn't have to tell you shit. Did you tell him you have HPV? You skank? Seriously? Gross. You probably have warts too. You don't, unless someone's gonna be sexual, he doesn't owe you any explanation. He doesn't have to tell you shit. Do you tell him you wipe shit on walls at the jail? I mean, do you tell him you wear diapers? For real.
That's interesting to me. Very interesting. So you would actually lie to, that's illegal. That's literally illegal. Like you can sue somebody for giving you an STD because they
Did he give you one? See, again, she's thinking ching ching, money. Did he give you one? No. Shut the fuck up. You talk too much and you never shut up. Seriously. Zip it, bitch. This is your problem. Look at that. Oh, I just want to take this and like take all my aggression out on her face. In a dream, I dreamt that.
knew that they had it and they didn't inform the person. So that's what's horrifying with all of my encounters,
That's
because
so
there's proof, there's living
horrifying.
proof
Oh my
that I have
gosh.
not fornicated with every man that I've gone to his house. I've not fornicated with people.
Listen, does this make sense? There's living proof that I haven't fornicated with every man. No, there's not, you psycho. Are you kidding? There's living proof. Yeah, just go through they've been watching me, so they would know, whoever they are. Oh, Lord, please get me through this. I'm ready to stab my eyeball.
I stay the night. People actually they started pinging my phone quite, before what all this happened, to see what's wrong with this girl. Why does she keep placing herself?
I know you're so interesting, Leticia. The government just has so much interest in you because you're just, I mean, there's nobody like you out there. You're so interesting. How does she do it? What is up with this girl? We gotta know. We gotta know her secrets. We gotta, we gotta know when she's pissing in a diaper. We gotta know. Can you imagine those nails? The, her nasty crap that gets under her nails that she sniffs.
In danger? Why does she keep placing herself in the line of fire? Well, first of all, I have no life. First of all, second of all, I was abused immensely, and now I have nothing. Third of all, my belongings.
You know how many fucking people have been abused in the world? And sorry, that doesn't make you special. And you guys, people, women, men, whoever has gone through that trauma. I'm not making light of it, but she uses it. And it's so gross because she's actually making light of it. She talks about it on a daily basis and uses it to excuse her nasty, vile, sickening behavior and thinks that she should be, you know, catered to like on a silver platter and she should have to do nothing. That's what makes me sick because there's so many women who have gone through that trauma and they are empowering, they're confident, they're intelligent, they're beautiful, they're strong, and they use it to do good. This one, mm-mm, she pisses me off.
Were all stolen from me a few years ago because everyone believed that my ex-husband was, for some reason, vulnerable to me. And it was the other.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine that. People thought that because you are an abusive bitch.
way around.
Oh, it's the other way
He
around.
completely abused me, left me with 2 loaded guns so that I.
From what I hear, they were not loaded. For another, you could have just looked away. For another, did you not have a problem with them when they were in the house prior to him leaving? No, but she used it as an attention thing. She gets the guns and she goes on video and look at it. My husband, he wants me to kill him. I'm gonna kill him. And seriously? Oh, again, we have I have a nephew that committed suicide. And for her to just make light of suicide and threaten it almost on a daily basis, again, is disgusting. Somebody who really wants to do that does not sit there and threaten it every single day and then fake takes and, a certain amount of pills, ugh, while they're pregnant.
I would clear myself from the earth so his secrets would not leak out. And you're going to tell me that this is normal? You're going to tell me that going 37 weeks alone during this pregnancy, that's normal?
Yes, many women do it. Many women. And I give them kudos. They don't sit and bitch and complain and blame and play a victim. They get up, they go to work, they work their ass off, they prepare a place for their baby, and they don't punch themselves in the stomach. They don't call it a bastard and say it's a Satan child and all the disgusting things you've done. No, that's why I have zero respect for you. That's why I don't feel sorry for you in the least. Anything you say about your traumas, I don't care. Don't care. Because you are not one of those other women. It is very normal for women to go through pregnancies alone in this day and age, unfortunately, but it is. And they don't behave the way you do.
No, I should have had a partner. That's what I was looking for, a partner, someone that would be there through the thick and thin, that would understand.
Oh, so you were looking for a partner. There you go. You were looking for a partner, but I thought you weren't. Okay, well, that didn't work out. So you're going to take it out on that baby? That's all you've been doing. What do you think? What do you think about women who have given their lives to a man and then he decides he wants to go out with someone else? Like, can you imagine if you spent almost 30 years with somebody? how you would react to that. And if you raised the kids, putting the last 5, 6 years on your own, hmm, I wonder how you would react to that. Thank God your ex husband has your daughter and you don't. Thank God. God was watching over her.
I'm going to want to stab you if I get pregnant. Just so you know, I'm going to want to rip your fucking dick off. But it's okay because we still have an understanding. I won't do that unless you cheat on me. So I'd mentioned that to my ex husband, and he got all weird. And I realized,
Gee,
oh,
I wonder why.
I see. You cannot refrain from cheating on me. The same thing with JW, the same thing with, the other potential father. I knew that
Wait. Oh,
none of
now you're admitting there's another potential father. Because you know it's coming. You know you're not sure who the father is. And you've been talking your shit this whole time, blaming JW, slandering him. Mm-hmm. You know it's almost time. And there's going to be that DNA test. So now you're trying to cover your tracks. It's too late. You've already done the damage. Wouldn't it be amazing if it was neither one of them? Mm. But we probably wouldn't get the truth.
them were capable of being gentlemen.
Uh huh.
None of them were capable of refraining from abusing a woman. They could marry the woman, they could have years with the woman, but that doesn't mean that they would be satiated within that relationship. Whereas a woman is like, okay, no, you're my partner. I understand that you want to have sex with everything that moves. I get that. But you need to calm the fuck down because we're not that devolved. We're already, it's 2022, and you're going to tell me that you need to seek out more bitches to whore around and have more babies with that you can't afford, that you can't take care of, that you can't, you know, finance or emotionally support or be there for every sort of ailment they might have or issue. That's sad. Men are so pathetic. They are so pathetic in my eyes, so many of them, and I try so hard to just, you know.
How about quit taking from them then? How about that? How about try getting along without them? Be that strong, independent woman that you claim you are. Stop going on dating apps and getting your cuddle session. Quit taking gas money from people. Men are so pathetic. Hmm. But you always need something from them, don't you? And how do you get what you need? You use what you have. That's your fault, nobody else's. It's your own deal.
Be kind and understanding because I'm like, oh,
Oh.
intellectually, mentally, physically, you are less than because you can't refrain, you can't have any self-discipline, you're not determined enough to have self-respect in that way and to respect that person that you promised forever. So your words don't matter. So that's why when I started saying about all this shit about killing my ex-husband and everything, why is it that my words mattered? Oh, I don't understand. That's really interesting. It's a paradox in that way. It's weird how I can utilize.
Maybe because your words mattered because they were threatening to take somebody's life, you psycho bitch. Miss Hyper Intelligent.
The same hypocritical formatting and throw it in
Mm-hmm.
somebody's face to say, "Excuse me, well, didn't I show you? After I was very calm and patient with you, I wanted to see what you would do first. I wanted to see how you would react. I wanted to see." But then nobody's taking this seriously. Nobody's taking this seriously. That's why I got to the extreme of sharing it publicly on social media platforms so that I could expose the truth. So that I could
Oh, not for your daughter, though. you wanted to share with everybody because you wanted to expose the truth. So all of these videos that you claimed you did for your daughter was a lie. Here's another thing. You talk so much, you tell on yourself, oh, Leticia, I'm so sorry that you're so dumb. I'm so sorry that you don't realize you need to shut this big flapper so you don't expose yourself. But you have over and over and over again. But then what do? Oh, they change what I say and they slice this. No, girl, we're playing your words and you're telling on yourself. So there you go.
Expose how men truly are and how they truly react to women. How I can
No, how they
disclose
react to you.
the trauma I've sustained, and most people, most women especially, have sustained at the words in conjunction with the actions of the men, because they were contradictory actions. So why is it that we can't fully sue them, fully remove their
More money,
livelihood,
money.
because they did nothing but remove my livelihood? I have no home. I have no more companion animals. Those were not just breeding dogs. They slept with me. They went.
Bitch, do you know how hard it is to have your child taken away? Do you know how hard it is for a mother to have their kid not be able to be in their presence? That's very difficult. So I'm pretty sure that was a choice that had to be made because of the way you behave, not the way your ex husband behaves, the way you behave. And I'm sure catching her crib on fire, killing puppies, doing that kind of stuff, and then threatening to kill your ex husband and threatening to kill yourself and threatening. You probably threatened to kill your child too. I'm sure you've done it about this one. So the fact that you can't see that the normal uh, choice would be for the state, the court system, would be to give the child to the parent that wasn't going to put them in danger, in harm's way, which is your husband, not you. So I'm so sorry that you can't use your intelligence to figure that one out. It doesn't make sense to me.
Places with me. They were my children. They were my emotional support animals. So without it, all of that, everyone thought she's fine. She's not doing anything. She's not acting out. We can go ahead and continue to harass and abuse her. She's not going to act out. She's not going to bite the hand that feeds her. Of course not, because that would make me a sheep, right? Bah. But what do I keep
Ew.
doing? Going for the fucking jugular. That's what I keep doing,
You're so
because there's
tough.
nothing I can do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I try to film everything on, that's why I spontaneously just have to protect myself and my well-being by disclosing the types of trauma that is being inflicted upon me daily. Um, and I wish I had a body cam
Daily.
at all
Daily.
times, because my reality is very much of that victim. If people can see it, people that can feel it, they can feel the pain that I still have harbored inside of me.
No.
And I walk around.
No. I see someone using possible traumas that happened to her to blame everybody else and to do nothing so she can sit on her ass and do nothing with her life and keep, has to, so she can keep getting money from the government. That's what I see. I don't feel your pain. And and when people are so mean and angry and hateful, It makes it really hard for others to try to feel anything, any kind of sympathy. Well, for me, it is. I can't.
Around trying to hide it when I'm dressed nicely, trying to hide it with a, fake, feigned smile. But my
When?
facade doesn't fool anyone.
When do you ever try to hide it? Are you kidding? That's all you do is talk about it every day.
They know this girl has been damaged and she's lived and seen hell and she's come back to tell us about it. So, and that's exactly right. I mean, there are not many people that can get to the point of being so violated, so manipulated, so, you know, glazed over by all of the pharmaceuticals, glazed over by lies, glazed over, just um, coerced into believing a different reality. And I was forced into believing that my ex-husband still owns my daughter for 6 years. So when I reached out and I tried to explain through letters, and I said, well, that's not the godly manner. I'm not sure what happened in that courtroom that day. I wasn't invited, essentially, to speak my mind. I wasn't invited because also, too, I was on a shit ton of pharmaceuticals. And even at that time, I believe I was on a bunch of Xanax, 90 bars a month that they prescribed me.
Nobody shoved them down your fucking throat, bitch. You took those Xanax because you liked the way they made you feel. So you chose the Xanax over what was going on with your child. That's on you. Nobody else's fault. You could have got off them back then, but you didn't. And then you blame that for why you don't have your child anymore. Well, nobody forced those down your throat. I know. I used to take opiates, so nobody forced those down my throat.
So, and it can all be traced. I repeat these things over and over and over again because they are truth, because they are my reality, because I'm having to fight the devil daily.
No, that's the problem is you repeat things over and over and over again, but they're always different. So it's not the truth. That's the problem. Not the truth. You guys, I think I'm gonna stop here because I'm tired. I'll do a part two. Um, and I gotta go get something to eat. I can't listen to any more of her. So I'm gonna go, you guys, and thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for your comments. I love communicate